Hi. And thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Now here's White. Pass to Abaji. Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one. I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the T-Wolves. Miller outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Johnson. Adebayo grabs the board. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Abaji. Back to White. Now here's Dunn. From 15 feet away. White can't hit.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Cunningham with the ball. 2 points. That one goes.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Minnesota with the ball. And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
Here's Cunningham. A dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. He takes it in, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Cutting apart the defense on the drive, Cunningham's skilled at getting to the cup.
White for 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
And just a beautiful looking shot from long range.
Pass to Trent. Back to Cunningham. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And Minnesota has possession. They trail by 1. Here's Cunningham. Off with the layup.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
White with it. He's picked up by Miller. Pass to Wells. From outside the arc. Minnesota with a rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Outside Johnson. There's the drive. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's White. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Drains the triple. White's got 6.
Part of White's expanding game is the attention to his jump shot, and he's made great improvement in that area.
Now here's Cunningham.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And Minnesota with possession here after the basket by Dallas. Pass to Sarr. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Dunn. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Dallas. There's the triple. Nope, that one misses. Now 3 for 5. The Timberwolves trail. Down low. Back to Cunningham. Miller outside. On the take. Here's Sarr. Adebayo with a steal. Here's Wells. No made baskets yet. Off target with the 3. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Johnson with a bucket.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And here's White. Give him 8. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Cunningham. He goes up. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
Now put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Pass to Adebayo. Shoots over Sarr. Adebayo, no good. Minnesota in the lead. Cunningham, right side. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. Miller with it. Dunn in his pocket. 4 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Drops in the 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
White on the wing. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Pass to Abaji. It's stolen by Trent. Cunningham outside. Here he goes. Boom! He jams it straight down.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now here's Adebayo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 6 on the shot clock. Here's White. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Cunningham, left side. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. White looking it over. The ball's knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Bobby Porter. Obi Toppin.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. The Timberwolves lead by 7. Now Cunningham. He's got 12. Miller outside. Up and over Dunn. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me. Not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
To the wing on the left. Pass to Tyson. Fires from deep. The rebound by Shepherd. And the Timberwolves with possession. 7-point game. Biggest lead so far. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Intercepted. Portis with it. Now Horford defending. Pass to Cunningham. There's the three. Cunningham confident in his range.
Measuring that corner triple very well. I like seeing Cunningham bury these types of shots.
Now here's White. 10 points for him. Out to Horford.
Timberwolves foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play.
Number 4, Victor Oladipo.
Carter, high post. Yet to see a basket. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses the three. The Timberwolves lead by 12. Cunningham on the wing. Pass to Toppin. Up and over Carter. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
To stop the run. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, not backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Brian?
Allie, thanks. Dinwiddie with it. Now Carter defending. Pass to Portis. And the foul called on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul of the game. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor. Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
He can't hit that time. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 9-1 run. Pass to Shepherd. Dinwiddie outside. Portis left side. There's the double team with Horford. Here's Shepherd. Uncovered.
Shepherd.
And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Here's Wells. 4-3. Sends it home from three-point land. Wells has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The Timberwolves lead by 14. Miller with it. No points so far. And he drives in. And he dunks it down.
And that's how Miller can take his game to the next level, by being aggressive and attacking the basket.
Left side Carter. And he lays it up and in.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
But Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Shepard. Up top, Portis. That shot missing. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn. White for three. And Toppin pulls it down.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Mavericks trail by 14. Pass to Abaji. From behind the arc. He drops it from range. Agbaji's got 5.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And here's Adebayo. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Adebayo's got his first points in this one. Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Toppin. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Getting elevated is something Toppin has no problem with. Give him airspace at your own peril.
Here's Abaji. 5 points in the game. Back to White. To the inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Very capable as a point guard is Derek White, showing off his playmaking skills there.
It's Dinwiddie with a drive. Misses the layup. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Abaji. He's got 7. Pass to Adebayo. Here's White. Thibault with a steal. Here's Shepard. Hounded by Adebayo. Back to Dinwiddie. Now here's Thibault. For 3. Knocks down the triple.
His improving ability to pass has made Dinwiddie scary with the ball in his hand.
There's a minute 12 left in the second. Outside White. Clock at 6. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Here's Dinwiddie. Over to the left wing. Pass to Portis. Dinwiddie, right side. Out to the right wing. And here's Toppin from the arc. Rebounded by Dunn.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Back to White. Oh, send it home, Derek White.
Boy, it has been some kind of game for White. He's been aggressive and fearless and free in attacking all game long.
Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Shepard. Fires for 3. Counted from distance. Shepard's got 5 now. Up in time. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's Minnesota up by 11. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. 11-point game. Pass to Wells. And he's going for the oop here. It's stolen by Trent. Cunningham on the take. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
I mean, he does everything on the floor. Cunningham always with max effort.
Here's Wells. Here's Abaji. And there's the drive. Missed inside. Minnesota leading by 13. About a minute played here in the second half. Pass to Johnson. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Out to the right wing. Here's Wells. Puts up a three. Unable to get that one. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Now Cunningham. He's got 17. Trent outside. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Sarr. From the line. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And Minnesota making a change here. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Timeout charge to Dallas.
Mavericks trail by 13. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Cunningham outside. Overdone. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
White on the wing. He's got 12. Pass to Abaji. In transition, here they come.
Well, gotta go back to the steal that started the break. Alex Sarr, just great instincts. I'll tell you, this kid's got a high ceiling.
Dunn outside. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Trent outside. From deep, Johnson nails it from 3. Johnson's got 7 points in the game.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
White with it. Dybel picks him up. Shot clock at 6. Outside White. Here's Dunn. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. There's the screen by Johnson.
Dallas foul. Ochai Agbaji. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Cunningham. Thibault on the wing. Here's Sarr. Clock at 6. Dunn knocks it away. White on the wing. Pass to Wells. And stolen by Cunningham. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. Adebayo, that's good.
The moment Bam gets the ball close in, he's really hard to stop.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
White, good.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Timberwolves making a change here. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
The Timberwolves lead by 17. Into the lane. And it's Shepherd missing. And White has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Adebayo. Shoots over Portis. Outside White. 6 to shoot. Wells. Uneasy 2 on the layup. Wells has got 5 points.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Back to White. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Portis.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Shepherd. The three. Knocks it down from distance. Shepherd's got his third basket on the night right there.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Adebayo sets a screen. Shot from the wing. That one's wide left. Minnesota leading by 20. Dinwiddie with it. Now guarded by White. They swipe it. To the middle. Here's Dunn. Rebound Minnesota. Now here's Dinwiddie. Thibault on the wing. 51 seconds left in the third. Lays it up and banks it in.
The assist.
Thibault's got his second basket of the game.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Back to Adebayo. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
A nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Just 5 to shoot. And here's Shepard for 3. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie. Shepard's got 11 points.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here's Minnesota now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. An open look for Portis. Rebounded by Dunn. And here are the Mavericks now. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Pass to Thibault. Back to Portis. Dinwiddie with it. Jacks up a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Pass to Shepard. Here's the 3. Yes. And a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Shepard's got 9 points here in the second half. Out to the wing. Here's Dunn. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
The way he was going over and through the man in front of him, he should have known the whistle was coming.
Yeah, you know, that was out of his reach anyway, so I don't even know why he made that effort. No need to commit the foul there.
To the wing, right side. White with the steal. Adebayo up top. Right side, White. Puts up a deep 3. No good on the shot.
The defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Launches it. Miller can't get it to go.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And the basket by Agbaji. Agbaji's gotten 4 this quarter.
He's really carrying the load, but no man could do it all by himself.
Pass to Sarr. Miller on the wing. From deep. Buries it from 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's White. And he converts the layup.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Sarr. Hounded by Adebayo. And here's Johnson. Fires the 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Agbaji can't hit.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And here are the Timberwolves. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Back to Cunningham. Trent on the wing. Beyond the arc. Cleared away by Wells. Here's White. And that one good.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Trent on the wing. Outside Johnson. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Inside. Adebayo with it. From about 16. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Nice form on that J from Bam. He's really worked on his shot.
Pass to Miller. Cunningham looking it over. Here's Sarr. Back to Cunningham. Now Johnson to stop the drought. Gets the 3 ball to go.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
First team foul.
And so it's Dallas with it. And here's Adebayo. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Pass to Thibault. Now here's Gordon. Back to Thibault. And here's Toppin. 6 on the shot clock. Mortis with it. Defended by Dunn. Here's Wells. Again, the miss by Dallas. And here's Dinwiddie. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Here's Thibault. Gordon outside. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thybulle.
Second team foul.
That's his first foul of the game.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Number 30, Ben Shepherd.
We've got 1:48 left in the final quarter. The Mavericks on offense. Here's Adebayo. Clock at 6. From the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3. It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Timberwolves.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And they needed this win tonight after failing to come away victorious in the first matchup against these guys. Now they have evened up this season series at 1 apiece against the Mavericks.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Cade Cunningham.
It's hard to think of a part of a game where he didn't play a major role mentally, physically. I mean, he showed us what he's capable of when he's feeling his best.
Thybulle on the wing. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Shepherd. Now here's Portis. Dinwiddie with it. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Assist goes to
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
That's That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Well, he couldn't help himself, couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
Now Dinwiddie. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks.